I'm going to share a word with you which might be one of the most obscure yet powerful words in our vocabulary because of the absolute impact it'll have on your success, not just professionally or financially, but personally. And I'm going to share with you an example from history that'll prove how this word contributed to one of the greatest accomplishments of the 20th century, affecting the quality of lives of countless millions of people, even to this day. The word that I'm referring to is equanimity. Now, like most of the greatest words, equanimity comes from Latin when you combine the word equus, which means equal or even, and the word animus, which means mind, or soul, spirit. And let's face it, the body's just an empty shell. It's the mind, the soul, the spirit that animates that empty shell. So the definition of the word equanimity is evenness of mind or even-tempered, especially in difficult situations. Now, I started journaling my reflections on this word equanimity back in 2024. I mean, it took me long enough to appreciate its value. But what I came to learn is that equanimity manifests itself in some of the most important character traits for success. Words like objectivity, poise, presence of mind, mental calmness, composure, self-assurance. Now just imagine the results that you will accomplish when you learn to harness the power of equanimity in your life. I mean, these are all tools that help us to make better decisions. They help us to communicate more effectively, connect better with others. They deepen our sense of purpose, which strengthens our resolve and our motivation when things get tough. They build credibility, and they're incredible leadership characteristics. Which leads me to the example of history that I want to use to prove my point. It was the late 1930s and early 1940s when Hitler launched his campaign to dominate all of Europe, denying millions of not only their liberty but their lives as well. Under Hitler, the Nazis perpetuated some of the most horrific human rights violations the world had ever seen. Germany's military might was so fierce that several countries just capitulated. They rolled over without a fight, but not all. One country in particular stood up to Germany, and one leader in particular stood up to Hitler. That country was Great Britain, and that leader was Winston Churchill. Now, if you haven't watched the film The Darkest Hour, it's an absolute must. It seems like I watch it almost every quarter to remind myself what success looks like in the midst of seemingly unsurmountable odds. And trust me, I don't go through anything as challenging as Winston Churchill. None of us do. Another thing that you could do is you can Google the words "walking with destiny." And what you'll find is one of the most famous quotes attributed to Winston Churchill. It's also the words used for the title of a well-known biography, as well as other films and documentaries on his life. What you'll learn about Winston Churchill is that he attributed his perseverance, his resolve, his role in defeating Hitler to equanimity. That presence of mind, that poise, that objectivity. It's almost incredible that something so challenging, so fierce, so seemingly insurmountable could be faced and overcome with something so elegantly understated as equanimity. The exact quote reads, "I was conscious of a profound sense of relief. I felt as if I were walking with destiny, and that all of my past life had been but a preparation for this hour and this trial. I was sure I should not fail." So there you have it. Take some time to reflect on this obscure yet powerful word that can have such a positive impact, not only on your life, but on the lives of those around you, your family, your team, your customers. The next time you prepare for a meeting, walk in as though you're walking with destiny, knowing that you have the poise, the presence of mind, and the self-assuredness to accomplish your goals, that you will not fail.